It's hot. I'm being harassed by this duck. She keeps biting my shoelaces. Anyway, we gonna go ahead and jump right into this because it's supposed to rain, and I want to make sure I have my plants in the ground for the rain. And this I am going to be planting is watermelon, a southern favorite. So I'm going to show you guys how I put this watermelon in the ground, and this is supposed to be a 20 to 30 pounds. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to trellis this. I might plant this somewhere else, but I know for sure that I am going to plant my, oh wait, they're in my hand, Armani and cucumbers. Wait, I changed my mind. I promised my baby I was gonna plant her some pumpkins. So this video will be on how to plant pumpkins. So this packet that I had only gave me 5 seeds, and 2 of the seeds were broken, so I'm only going to plant 3 seeds. Pumpkins are heavy feeders and they are vining, so be prepared for them to either take over the yard or take over the trellis. I'm fertilizing them with blood meal, bone meal, worm castings, and the Dr. Earth fertilizer, which I really like. It can make the soil acidic, so be warned. So this would be my watermelon patch. Last year I tried to grow watermelon in this area, but I had such a problem with field mice, and I don't care what you people say. The mice were here before us. I generally don't care because I'm here now. So I do not believe in poisoning animals, but baby, them insta-kill traps. Anyway, this is my collard tree. I'm gonna leave it here for the bees. This is another collard tree. I'm gonna leave it here for the bees. So these are some watermelon plants that I started back in January. I started them inside under a grow light, and I'm going to take them and plant them along this line of mulch. And these are some other watermelon plants that I have because I have a problem and I just buy things. So you may be asking, what are you going to do with all this watermelon? Well, something stupid always happens, and I only end up with like 3 or 4 watermelon plants, which only gives me about maybe 4 or 5 watermelon for the entire season. So I'm going to plant everything that I have, and what I don't eat, I will give to my parents. So if my parents don't eat, I will give to my neighbors, and if my neighbors don't eat, I'll freeze it, I'll cut it in half, freeze it, and give it to the chickens. That'll keep them cool. So I'm also going to trellis these. I'm not sure if you guys want to watch me struggle trying to hang up a trellis, but I'm definitely going to trellis these to keep them off the ground, to combat the field mice, because it doesn't matter how clean you are, they're out here. Like pumpkin, watermelon are heavy feeders, and field mice and squirrels love them. So if you can keep the watermelon plants off the ground, you'll have better success. And I'm going to show you guys how I trellis the watermelon and how I keep them off the ground in the future when I get there. They're not there yet, like they little baby plants. Watermelon are actually susceptible to powdery mildew on the leaves. So when you water your plants, you want to try to make sure that you don't get the water on the leaves. Like, don't splash water on the leaves. That's another good thing about trellising the plants, is that you can keep the leaves off the ground. What else can I think? Oh yes, squash borer vine bugs, or whatever you want to call it. It is this bug that will bore into the vine of the plant. And okay, well, that's not right. It lays eggs at the base of the plant, and then the eggs will hatch, and when the eggs hatch, they will bore into the stem of the plant, and then they will turn into these disgusting looking larvae, and the larva will eat the plant from the inside out. I don't really know. I haven't found anything
to combat them, honestly. So I just plant a lot because most of the time they attack one plant and then it'll leave me with something. So you can spray DE on the ground, like sprinkle DE. You can spray pesticides, but just be careful because anything you spray is going to kill the bees, the butterflies, the hummingbirds, all of that. So be careful what you put down. And with the field mice, I don't care what y'all people say, I'm setting down traps. And we love spaghetti squash. So I'm going to plant these spaghetti squash in these holes. And it looks like I'm crowding it, but I'm really not because I'm going to thin it out. And I'm just going to take my thinnings and move them to another container. All of this will be trellis because I simply can't beat the field mice. And I can't, I just can't win when it comes to them. And they just gross. They're a nuisance. I don't care what anybody say. I don't believe in poisoning things because one, that's a slow death and it's really unnecessary. And two, if my dumb chickens eat the poison rat, then my beautiful dumb chickens will die. Or if my dumb puppies eat the poison rat, then my dumb puppies will die. And I'm not going through any more puppies. Like that'll be it. That sounded so bad. I'm not going through puppies, you guys. This isn't a puppy mill. It's just like I lost my dog. She got loose, and now I have these two puppies. And I'm not a puppy person, and I'm just going on and on. Anyway, mulch your plants. When you mulch the plants, you protecting the soil from nutrients being bleached out by the sun, and you protect some of your soil from being washed away from, watering and erosion. You also watering and the rain eroding the soil. You also help cut down on weeds. When using pine soil, make sure that you sprinkle a little bit of born lime on it to neutralize it because it is slightly acidic. And watermelon, the same as the transplants and the same as the squash, I went in with my bone meal, worm castings, Dr. Earth fertilizer, and blood milk because these are all heavy feeders. And I'm going to cover it up with my soil, and then I'm going to cover it up with my mulch, and then I'm going to water it in with the fish emulsion. And I usually don't use fish emulsion on my seeds like this, but since I have those onion sets right next to it and I've disturbed their root system, I'm going to go ahead and give them a little boost because I did just kind of give them a shock because I did cut up some of their roots. And these are some squash plants that I got from Clegg's Nursery. And I never have luck with squash. Like, the boars always get them. So I'm just going to plant a lot. And hopefully, if I do get an infestation, they'll zoom in on one specific plant and I'll still have a harvest. Y'all, have fun. Be safe. Wear your sunscreen. Wear your mosquito repellent. Be aware of your surroundings. Y'all be blessed and have a good day. Happy growing.